Let us look at the DILR for CAT 2020 slot 3 paper. The high-low game is a 4-player game based in 6 rounds. In each round, each player chooses to bid high or low. The bids are made simultaneously. If all 4 bid high, then all 4 lose 1 point each. If 3 players bid high and 1 player bids low, then the players bidding high gain 1 point each and the player bidding low loses 3 points. If 2 players bid high, 2 players bid low, then the players bidding high gain 2 points each and the player bidding low loses 2 points each. If 1 player bids high and 3 bid low, then the player bidding high gains 3 points and the players bidding low lose 1 point each. If all 4 bid low, then all the 4 gain 1 point each. Okay. रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ा है तो I can't even write so small. I have to write it larger. I high, low, high, low, high, low, and low. This leads to -1, -1, and -1. This leads to 1, 1, -3. This leads to how much? 2, 2, -2. This leads to 3, -1, -1. This leads to 1, 1, 1. Okay. Ooh. One wonderful thing can you say? In this round, what will be the cumulative points of all the 4 participants? If everybody bids high, then the cumulative points of all the 4 participants will be -4. The cumulative score here will be 0. The cumulative score here will be 0. The cumulative score here will be 0. And the cumulative score here will be 4. Yes. 4 players, Arun, Bankim, Charu, and Deepak play the high-low game. The following facts are known about their game. At the end of 3 rounds, Arun had scored 6 points, Deepak had scored 2 points, Bankim and Charu had scored -2 points each. Look at these numbers. Do they give you some hint? They have a -2 and another -2, Bankim and Charu. Do these points 6, 2, -2, -2, do they give you a hint? In the first 3 rounds, there has to be a 1 all low game, 1 game which is all low. In the first 3 rounds, there has to be 1 game which is all low. At the end of 6 rounds, there are 6 rounds. Let me record this also. A, B, C, D. Round 5, round 6. Okay. Round 1, round 2, round 3, intermediate score, round 4, round 5, and round 6, final score. Intermediate score for A was 6, for B was -2. For C was -2. And for D was 2. Okay. So can I say among these there is going to be, and there is in round 1, round 2, round 3. I'll record it somewhere else. Among round 1, 2, 3. One round of all plus ones. One round of all plus ones, or one round of all low. All low. One round of all low has to exist. Okay. At the end of 6 rounds, Arun had scored 7 points, Bankim and Deepak had -1 each, and Charu had scored -5 points. 7, -1, -5, and -1. The net score here is 4. The net score here is 0. Can I also infer now in round one of the rounds out of 4, 5, and 6, all low पे तो +4 आता है. यहाँ पे नेट स्कोर अपना +4 है ना. नेट स्कोर अपना +4 है ना. अगर नेट स्कोर, अच्छा ये आइडिया आ रहा है क्या, एक -4 होगा, फिर एक +4 होगा, और फिर एक +4 होगा, ये सोच रहे क्या? ये पॉसिबिलिटी कंसीडर कर रहे हो क्या? Ankit, are you considering this possibility? देख, एक राउंड में नेट स्कोर जो है, एक राउंड में नेट स्कोर जो है वो या तो 0 होगा, या तो -4 होगा, या तो 4 होगा. यही तीन नंबर्स पॉसिबल है. अब 3 नंबर्स लेने हैं जिससे मेरा नेट स्कोर 4 आ जाए. तो या तो 4, 4, -4 से हुआ होगा, या तो 4, 0, 0 से हुआ होगा. यही दो पॉसिबिलिटीज है. अगर 4, 4, -4 हुआ होता, had it been the case of everybody bidding low once, everybody bidding low twice, everybody bidding high once, can you see in this case all 4 participants would have ended up with an identical score? Everybody would have ended up with identical. Are the scores obtained by the 4 participants here identical? No. So ये वाला केस नहीं हुआ है. एक राउंड में सबने लो बिड किया है और बाकी 2 राउंड्स में 0-0 आया है. नीचे वाले केस में आइडेंटिकल. क्या बोल रहे हैं? 4-0-0. This 0 is from which case out of these 3? I don't know. But this 4 I know. This 4 I know has to necessarily be in one of these 3 rounds. आप क्या लॉजिक, मैं तो हिट एंड ट्रायल कर रहा था इंटीरियल एग्जाम. अच्छा ठीक है भाई, हम बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पे इंटरमीडिएट स्कोर का हमारा टोटल जो 4 आ रहा है, नेट स्कोर जो 4 आ रहा है, दिस टेल्स मी दैट इन राउंड 1, 2, 3 देयर हैज टू बी अ राउंड ऑफ ऑल गेनिंग +1 और एवरीबॉडी बिडिंग लो. एवरीबॉडी बिडिंग लो पे तो +1 सबको आता है, +4 हो पाता इन राउंड 4, 5, 6. अच्छा, now when we get to round 4, 5, 6, can you see from here to here the movement is net -4. From 4 to 0 the movement is net -4. Because the movement is net -4, can I say there will be one round of all getting -1 or all bidding high? One round of all bidding high. Yes. वन टू थ्री में से कोई एक राउंड है जिसमें सब में लो, in which everybody has bid low, and in 4, 5, 6 there is one round in which everybody has bid high. Okay. Now next thing is Deepak's score in the third round was less than his score in the first round, but was more than his score in the second round. Now see Deepak, this is the middle value. Let's say these variables were A, B, and C. A plus B plus C is equal to 2, where C is the middle value. Deepak's score in the third round was less than his score in the first round. This is the largest value. This is the smallest value. Largest, smallest, middle adds up to 2. Largest, smallest, middle adds up to 2. How can this be? How can you get this? We know that Deepak will get 1 in some round. Do we know that Deepak will get 1 in some round? Middle 1 क्या largest value हो सकता है? Can the largest value be 1? अगर largest value 1 होता तो middle value largest it can be 0, smallest value या तो -1 होगा या -3 होगा या -2 होगा. जिस केस में टोटल 2 नहीं बन पाएगा तो largest value तो 1 नहीं हो सकता. Largest value cannot be 1. Agreed? Okay. Can the smallest value be 1? Why not? If the smallest value is 1, the middle value will have to be at least 2. The largest value will have to be at least 3. और फिर तो इसका टोटल 6 बन जाएगा. और 6 तो बनने दे नहीं सकते क्योंकि उसका टोटल ही ये आना था. So can I say with guarantee 1 will be which value? Will be the middle value. 1 will be the middle value. And at this time, can I state with confidence? 1 round of all plus ones आने थे ना, among round 1 to 3. 1 round of all plus ones आने थे. This is that round जिसमें plus ones आए. अगर 1 लार्जेस्ट ले लिया तो मिडिल वैल्यू क्या होगी ऋतिक? लार्जेस्ट पॉसिबल मिडिल वैल्यू क्या होगी? लार्जेस्ट पॉसिबल मिडिल वैल्यू क्या होगी ऋतिक? जल्दी. 0. अच्छा, अब स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू क्या होगी? नेगेटिव होगी. तो क्या 1 प्लस नेगेटिव प्लस 0 इक्वल टू 2 बन पाएगा? 1 plus 0 plus negative equal to 2 बन पाएगा? There is no chance I can make a 2 here, and therefore the largest value cannot be 1. Similarly, if I take 1 as the smallest value, it will also be an unacceptable case. तो फिर 1 has to be here. 1 has to be the middle value. If 1 is the middle value, तब बताइए 1 1 1 1. Remember, in round 1 to 3, there had to be a 1 round of all plus ones. In round 1 to 3, there had to be 1 round of all plus ones. Round 3 is that round where all the values are plus 1. This is identified. If middle value is 1, largest value will be, can it be 3 and -2? Largest, smallest, middle. I'm saying 3 -2 3 or 1 2 -1. Both these cases are possible. 3 -2 1 and 2 -1 1. Both these cases are possible. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Okay. In exactly 2 out of the 6 rounds, Arun was the only player who bid high. In exactly 2 out of the 6 rounds, Arun was the only player who bid high. Okay. In the round in which Arun is the only player who bid high, Arun would have gotten a +3 and others would have gotten a Arun would have gotten a +3 and others would have gotten a -1. Perfect. अब हम ये बोल रहे हैं, ये वाला केस ट्राई करके देखते हैं. अगर यहाँ पे -2 होता और यहाँ पे 3 होता, अगर यहाँ पे -2 होता, यहाँ पे 3 होता, if D is getting a 3, the other people will get -1, -1, -1. This will turn out 3 -1 -1 -1. This will turn out, if it was 3 -2 1, if D is getting a 3, if D is getting a 3, the other 3 participants will get a -1. यार अब दिक्कत हो जाएगी. अपना जो फर्स्ट पर्सन है A, अरुण, will he manage to reach 6 ever? No. So can I say this is an unacceptable case? This is not happening. This will not be possible. Okay. In fact, Arun has to reach 6 here. Arun has to reach 6 here. How will he manage to reach 6 here? He's got 1 in one game. In one of the other 2 games, he needs what? Either 3 or 2, 2 or 3. Additionally, we know this is -1 and this is 2. For Deepak, the first game has to be 2 and the second game has to be -1. This we also know. Achha. If Arun had gotten a 2 in round 2, if Arun had gotten a 2 in round 2, तो दीपक को -1 आता क्या? If Arun had gotten a 2 in round 2, तो दीपक को -1 आता क्या? नहीं आ सकता. Therefore, can I with confidence now claim round 2 में Arun has gotten a 3, everybody else has gotten a -1, and in the first round Arun has gotten a 2. Bankim and who is the C corner? Charu. Charu has gotten a -2. Do we know the precise scores of the first 3 rounds? Additionally, I'm also going ahead and writing down these L, L, L. Alright, the C likha hua. Let me get rid of this C, no? This E, this A, they don't serve any purpose anymore. This is L, this is H, this is L, this is L, this is L, this is H, this is L, this is L, this is H. For the first 3 rounds, we know who bid what. Now this one, in exactly 2 out of the 6 rounds, Arun was the only player who bid high. How many rounds have we identified in which Arun has bid high? Round 2 is identified for certain. That did not happen in round 1. That did not happen in round 3. So it has to be one of the rounds among round 1, 3, and 4. Oh, sorry, 4, 5, and 6. One of the rounds out of 4, 5, and 6. One of the rounds out of 4, 5, and 6 has to be a round in which Arun was the only player who bid high. Even that, this question, the conditions, do not specify anything especially about round 4 or round 5 or round 6. Can I also claim I will not be able to distinguish between what happened in round 4, what happened in round 5, and what happened in round 6. They will come as a set only. So I am directly going ahead and writing 3 and -1 and -1 and -1 to get here. Is this okay? This is high, this is low, this is low, and this is low. We also had this inside. Among 4, 5, and 6, one round has to be there where everybody bid high, and ended up with a -1, -1, -1, and a -1. High, 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 and high. 6 plus 3 is 9. -1 is 8. What do I need here? A -1. 2 -1 -1 -2 -1 -1. I'm at -4. I need a +3 here. I need a -1 here. I need a -1 here. The scores for the last round is +3 -1 -1 -1. This is possible with high here. low here, low here, and low here. Please keep in mind, we don't know whether it is round 4 or round 5 or round 6. These are interchangeable. They can change places with each other. But among round 4, 5, and 6, there is one round in which this happened. Among round 4, 5, and 6, there is one round in which this happened. And among round 4, 5, and 6, there is one round in which this happened. Yes? Let us get to individual questions. What were the bids by Arun, Bankim, Charu, and Deepak respectively in the first round? In the first round, it was H, L, L, H. So it will be option 4. In how many rounds did Arun bid high? 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. So 4 rounds. In how many rounds did Bankim bid low? 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 low. Again 4. Nice. In how many rounds did all the 4 players make identical bids? These are the rounds in which the players made identical bids. No, there are just 2 rounds. In how many rounds did Deepak gain exactly 1 point? Deepak gained 2 here, lost 1 here, gained 1 here. So this round is counted. Lost 1 here, lost 1 here, lost 1 here. In how many rounds did Deepak gain exactly 1 point? There is just 1 round in which he gained exactly 1 point. In which of the following rounds were Arun definitely the only player to bid high? In round 2, I know he definitely bid high. In round 4, 5, and 6, I don't know. So I'm going in the second round, he bid high. Everything else is not certain. Now, the interesting thing here is I was able to do this properly and everything because I have done this to explain somebody earlier. I have done this to explain somebody earlier. So I'm working with prior knowledge. I'm guessing it will be highly frustrating if you are trying this in the actual exam, because there are lots of things to cover. Things like the total summation here, and this case and this case, writing out cases and eliminating cases. So this is not my first attempt to. This is not a fair representation of what should have been done in exam, but ठीक ठाक है. This is solvable. Let us go. Next set, next set. Okay. A survey of 600 schools in India was conducted to gather information about their online teaching learning processes, OTLP. The following 4 facilities were studied. F1, owned software for OTLP. F2, trained teachers for OTLP. F3, training materials for OTLP. F4, all students having laptops. The following observations were summarized from the survey. 80 schools did not have any of the 4 facilities. 40 schools had all the 4 facilities. The number of schools with only F1. So this is a Venn diagram question. Let us go. The 3x3 matrix. Mushroom. Mushroom. Mushroom and mushroom. This is F1. This is F2. This is F3. And this is F4. 80 schools did not have any of the 4 facilities. 80. 40 schools had all the 4 facilities. 40. The number of schools with only F1, only F2, only F3, only F4. So 25, 30, 26, and 20. The number of schools with exactly 3 of the facilities was same irrespective of which 3 were considered. X, 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 and X. 313 schools had F2. Okay, very heavy. 26 schools had only F2 and F3. Only F2 and F3 is 26. This is 26. Okay. Among the schools having F4, 24 had only F3. And 45 had only F2. Okay. 162 schools had both F1 and F2. So I'm going ahead and marking this way. Slightly different than usual, but this is 162. This total thing is 162. Okay. The number of schools. Okay, wonderful thing. Right now, if this is 162, we can figure out this cell. This is 162. This is 30, so this is 192. 192 plus 26, so 8 gone. 218. 218 plus 45 is 263. 263 gone from 313 will give me 50. This is 50. And because this is X, this is also 50. This is also 50. This is also 50. Additionally, this entire line was supposed to be 162, 50, 50, 140. This will be 22. Nice. The number of schools having F1 was the same as the number of schools having F4. Okay. Now see, these regions, these 4 regions are common to F1 and F4 anyway. These 4 regions are common to F1 and F4 anyway, so that is not a constraint. Can you see? These 4 from F4 and these 4 from F1 have to also be equal now. The 4 from F4 and the 4 from F1, they have to be equal. So let's calculate. 89 plus 50 is 139. 139 minus 25 is, oh, this 50 and 50 cancels. 2 more. Let's go this way. 20 more and 2 more. So 22 more, 42 more. So this should be 42. Yes. And the last thing left for us to identify is this region. We were told there were a total of 600 students. We were told there were a total of 600 students, of which 80 are outside. So 520 left. From those 520, 313 are in B. So 207 left. Of those 207, 25, 42, 67 gone. 67 gone. So I'll be left with what now? 7 gone. 140 left. 50 gone. So 90 left. 26 plus 24 is 50. 50 plus 20, 70. 70 gone. So 20 people left here. Okay. Is this 20 correct, people? Let me do maths again. I'm for my peace of mind, I'll do maths. 70 plus 313. So 383 plus 70 plus 80 plus 67. This is 150. This is 450. Yes. I had made an error in slot 1 set this way. Okay. So I have all the numbers, I have everything. Let's get to individual questions. What was the total number of students having exactly 3 of the 4 facilities, all the X's? So 200. What was the number of schools having facilities F2 and F4? F2 and F4 would be these 4 regions. So 185, 185. What was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F3? Only F1 and F3 is this, 42. What was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F4? 20. Yes. This is all that there is to this question. May we move? This is basically a four-setter Venn diagram. Simply record numbers, everything will flow. No intelligence required for this. You simply have to be careful with numbers. Okay. Fifteen patients in a hospital must undergo a blood test for a disease. It is known that exactly one of them has the disease. The hospital has only 8 testing kits and has decided to pool blood samples of patients into 8 vials, 8 samples for the test. The patients are numbered 1 through 16. The vials are labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. The following table shows the vials into which each patient's blood sample is distributed. Okay. So I'm doing something else. I already have patient to what vial. Given that vials will be tested, I'm going vial to which patient? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So A is present in 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. B is present in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. C is present in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 13, 14, 15, 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16. D is present in, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12. E is present in 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 15, 16. 11, 12, 15, and 16. Okay. F is present in 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 13, 14. Okay. G is present in all even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And H will therefore be present in all odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. I have represented patient in what vial? What vial? Vial, I don't know the precise pronunciation of this word, but what vial also has which patient? I've also recorded that. So this is nice. I know movements both ways. Let's check now. If a patient has a disease, then each vial containing his or her blood sample will test positive. Okay. If a vial tests positive, one of the patients whose blood samples was mixed in the vial has a disease. If a vial tests negative, then none of the patients whose blood samples were mixed in that vial has that disease. Okay. Suppose vial C tests positive and vial A, E, and H test negative. Which patient has the disease? Okay. One other thing I will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Suppose vial C tests positive, which means these people upwards cannot be the infected ones. There has to be somebody infected out of these below it. And vial A, E, H test negative. A tests negative. So these people are not infected. E is 3, 4, 7, 8. These people are not infected. Okay, only 5 and 6 are possible answers of who is infected. H, 5 is not infected. So the patient who is infected is 6, has to be option 3, patient 6. Yes. Can you understand all the working that I've done here? How I have done the working? Basically, every time they tell me this is positive, this is negative, I'm able to reduce my sample space by half every time. There are 4 results given, no? C tests positive. So positive has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't want to cut numbers. अगर तुम एग्जाम में कर रहे हो तो तुम नंबर्स काट सकते हो. I am not cutting क्योंकि मेरे पास लिमिटेड स्पेस. हम कटिंग करेंगे तो फिर मिटाओ, फिर मेहनत करो, तो हम रहने दे रहे हैं. I am simply saying this is out, this is out. They cannot be the ones that are positive. Then when they tell me A is negative, A is negative, the 9, 10, 11, 12 are anyway negative. 13, 14, 15, 16 are also negative. These 4 are also negative now. E is negative. 5, 6, 3, 4, 7, 8. So this is also negative. Now H is also negative. H has 1, 3, 5, 7. All odd numbers are in. So this is also negative. The only number that is not eliminated is 6. So 6 has to be the positive patient. Patient 6, answer marked. Let us go to next one now. Okay. Suppose Vial A tests positive. Suppose Vial A tests positive. If Vial A tests positive, this group is eliminated. 1 to 8, these are not positive. And D and G test negative. D and G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 8, 10. So this is also not possible. They cannot be positive. G also test negative. G is removing all even numbers. So this is also not positive. This is also not positive. We are left with a decision between 13 and 15. One of these two are positive. One of these two are positive. 13 is present in Vial E. If we test Vial E and it turns out to be positive, if it turns out to be positive, I will know that the person who was infected is 15. If it turns out to be negative, then I will know the person who was infected is 13. Yes. Vial E seems likely. Let us look at Vial H. 13 and 15 both are here, so this is not useful. Vial C, 13 and 15 both are here, so this is not useful. Vial B has no 13 and 15, so this is not useful. So answer has to be option 1, Vial E. Yes? Okay. Which of the following combination of test results is not possible? Vial A and G are positive, D and E are negative. A and G are positive, D and E are negative. I simply have to find one patient who is present in A and G, but not in D and E. A and G have something in common. They're even numbers. So 10, sorry, let me not write it that way. Either 10 or 12 or 14 or 16. These 4, one of these 4 is infected. So D and E negative. If D is negative, 10 is not infected, 12 is not infected, E is negative, then 12 is not infected, 16 is not infected. So if 14 was the infected patient, yes, you can have case 1, option 1 possible, wherein Vial 1 and G, sorry, A and G test positive and D and E test negative. If 14 was the infected patient, this is possible, and therefore this cannot be the answer. Let us remove this. Next one, Vials B and D positive. B and D, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of these 4 has to be positive. One of these 4 has to be positive. F and H are negative. If F is negative, one of these 2 have to be positive. H. So if 4 is the positive patient, if 4 is the infected patient, B will be positive, yes. D will be positive, yes. F will be negative, yes. H will be negative, yes. So is this test result possible? Yes, it is possible. Can't be the answer. Let us go with this. Vial B positive, vial C FH negative. Okay, if vial B is positive and C is negative, so somebody out of this. Objective is to find, is this test result possible? If there is one positive person, after which this test result, this outcome can occur, then this is not acceptable as the answer. The question was, which of the following combination of test results is not possible? No. If I can find one case where this is possible, then this option is incorrect. Vial B positive, so and C is negative. B and C have 5, 6, 7, 8 common, so positive has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. F is negative. So these 2 are now safe. Positive, one of, sorry, doing it incorrect. 3 and 4, between 3 and 4, somebody is there. H is negative. If again 4 is the infected party, if 4 is the infected person, then this case is possible. B is positive, yes. C is negative, yes. F is negative, yes. H is negative, yes. If 4 is the infected party, this case is possible. So this also goes. The only case that is left is the last one. Option 4, vials A and E are positive. If A and E are positive, the common ones they have are 11, 12, 15, 16. 11, 12, 15 or 16. One of these 4 are positive. C and D are negative. C, 1 minute. A and E are positive. Okay. Now look at this. C and D are negative. If C and D are negative, 15, 16 is gone. They cannot be the positive person. If D is negative, then 11, 12 is gone. They cannot be the positive person, which would mean the initial condition given in the question that there was one patient who is positive, there is one patient who is infected, that will be violated. So this result is not possible and therefore is the right answer. Yes. Okay. Suppose one of the lab assistants accidentally mixed 2 patients' blood samples before they were distributed to the vials. Which of the following correctly represents the set of all possible number of positive test results out of the 8 vials? This is a absolutely straightforward question. Please tell me. How many vials will come back as positive right now? Forget question 4. How many vials will come back as positive right now? How many vials will come back positive right now? As in infected? There are only 8 vials. Forget question 4. Question 4 we haven't read. in the standard question, how many vowels will come back positive right now? 4. Precisely 4 vowels will come back positive right now. अच्छा गोविंद, पेशेंट, पहले पेशेंट का नाम क्या है? पहले पेशेंट का नाम क्या है? 1. कितने पेशेंट्स हैं? 16. कितने vowels हैं? Then how many vowels will come back positive? How many vowels will come back positive? Patient 1 is mentioned in how many vowels? Patient 1 is mentioned in how many vowels? Patient 2 is mentioned in how many vowels? तो अगर पेशेंट 1 इन्फेक्टेड हुआ तो कितने व्याल से पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट आएगा? हम कुछ ज्यादा ही तिकड़मी सोच लेते हैं भाई, बहुत सीधी सीधी बात है. एवरी पेशेंट इज प्रेजेंट इन 4 व्याल्स. सो राइट नाउ इफ वी डोंट रीड क्वेश्चन 4 पेशेंट्स रिजल्ट्स विल कम बैक पॉजिटिव. यस, 4 व्याल्स विल कम बैक पॉजिटिव. 4 व्याल्स विल कम बैक पॉजिटिव. नाउ आई एम सेइंग, now read question 4 with that in mind. Question 4 will be simpler to understand. Suppose one of the lab assistants accidentally mixes 2 patients' blood samples before they are distributed to the vials. Which of the following correctly represents the set of all possible numbers of positive test results out of the 8 vials? यार हम infected नहीं है. I am not infected. I am patient 1, not infected. And Govind is patient 2. He is also not infected. He is patient 2. He is also not infected. हम दोनों का blood mix हो गया. Then how many test results will come back as positive right now? How many vials will come back positive? Not max 8, 4 only, no? अगर हम दोनों not infected हैं, if both of us are not infected और हमारा blood mix हुआ है, then let's say 12 was the infected person. 12 was the infected person. He is the infected person. इसके ही 4 व्याल अभी आएंगे ना जिसमें पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट आ रहा है. If the 2 non-infected people, their blood mixes, then the infected person is still affecting 4 vials, and therefore there will be 4 positive vials. Min case is 4, that we can see. Min case is 4, that we can see, which would eliminate at this time option 2. Option 2 is eliminated. Now let me do something awesome. Let's look at, you select a patient. You select a patient, people. You tell me what patient. Patient 3. Okay. Patient 3. I am looking at patient 14. I am looking at patient 14. The way these patient and vials have been given, there is a purpose behind them. If you can see that purpose, it is awesome. Patient B, D, E, H, vial B, D, E, H, MEC, not MUC, A, C, F, G. If 3 is the infected person, 14 will be the not infected person. 14 will be the not infected person. If their blood mixes, how many vials will return a positive result now? All 8 of them. Because A is also positive, B is also positive, C is also positive, D is also positive, E is also positive, F is also positive, G is also positive, H is also positive. अच्छा ये 3 और 14 क्या पता है दिखे ना दिखे वाली हालत. Let's go for some other patient. Some other random patient number. patient 9. I'm going with patient 8. I'm going with patient 8. He is the infected party. He is the not infected party. Infected, not infected. And are they mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive when it comes to vials? And therefore, all 8 min case is 4, min case is 4, max case is 8. And after that, can we see answer has to be option 3? The only option that contains both these extremes is option 3. In fact, the way it has been written should give you a hint, no? Four vials, या 5 vials, या 6 vials, या 7 vials, या 8 vials, या जो भी. This is count of vials. Which of the following currently represents the set of all possible numbers of positive test results out of 8 vials? ये 8 and 9 वाला पेयर बनाना डिफिकल्ट रहेगा थोड़ा. पहले हम केसेस देखेंगे क्या. नहीं, यहाँ पे काउंटिंग का तरीका यार, ये लक्ष्य पीएनसी का बहुत ही बेसिक आइडिया है. ये समझो 4 हेड्स और 4 टेल्स का काम करना है तुम्हें, तो कैसे करते हो? एक तो तरीका होता है हेड्स, 4 कॉइन्स तुमने फ्लिप करे, तुम्हें लिखना है 16 केसेस. यू कैन लिस्ट इट एज HHHS, देन गो HHHT, then H, H, T, H, H, T, H, H, T, H, 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 then H, H, T, T, then H, T, H, T, then T, H, H, T, then T, H, T, H, then T, T, H, H, then H, T, T, H. एक तो इस तरीके से केसेस लिखे जाते हैं. लक्ष्य, देयर आर 5 मोर केसेस आई थिंक आर लेफ्ट. जितने भी केसेस बचे अभी, 3 tails, 1 head, and all tails. Those cases are left. Another way to write this is exhaustive number of cases, blah and blah, patna. How many cases will there be? 16. We know that, Lakshay. हम बोल रहे हैं पहले स्लॉट में H, 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 H और H और H. 8 केसेस में H डाल दिया, फिर सब में टेल डाल दिया. चलेगा? हमने 8 में हाफ को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया. उसके बाद हमने अगले स्लॉट में क्या किया, इसको अब फर्स्ट 8 को हाफ में काट दिया. H, 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 T, 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 T. क्या पता है 4 कॉइन्स में दिक्कत हो रही है, हम 3 कॉइन्स में करके दिखाते, ज्यादा आसान रहेगा, पता भी चलेगा कि 4 कॉइन्स में केस लिखने में आलस आ रहा है. बाइनरी वाला मेथड, प्रिसाइसली बाइनरी वाला काउंटिंग है. Let's go. If there were 8 coins, H, 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 T, 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 then T, T, H, H, T, T, H, H. Then you have it even further. H, T, H, T, H, T, H, T. Can you see this? Can you see this? This is a way of counting. और इसके अंदर देखना, the first case and the last case will always be polar opposites of each other, exact opposites. यहाँ पे देखना A and B are opposites of each other. A and B are opposites of each other, and C and D are opposites of each other. E and F are opposites of each other. G and H are opposites of each other. So anytime you want to identify, this is a basic style of counting. If you are familiar with this style of counting, फिर वो तुरंत दिखता है, जिसके चक्कर में यहाँ पे नंबर लिखने में भी उतना एफर्ट नहीं लगता है. If you are able to see that style of counting, then The last question would have been simpler. That is it. ज़्यादा ही discussion हो गया, but ठीक. Okay, let's go forward. Here we go forward, people. Okay. XYZ organization got into business of delivering groceries to home at the beginning of the last month. They have a 2-day delivery promise. However, the deliveries are unreliable. Okay. An order booked on a particular day may be delivered the next day or the day after. If the order is not delivered at the end of 2 days, then the order is declared as lost at the end of the second day. XYZ then does not deliver the order, but informs the customer, marks the order as lost, and returns the payment and pays a penalty for non-delivery. Okay. So if an item has been ordered on day N, it will get delivered on N+1 or N+2, ordered on N, delivered on N+1 or N+2. And if it hasn't been delivered by the end of day N+2, it is marked as lost at the end of day N+2. Okay. And penalty, non-delivery, blah, blah. The following table provides the details about the operations of XYZ for a week of the last month. 13-19, take 1 week. The first column gives the date. The second column gives the cumulative number of orders that were booked up to and including that day. Okay. Cumulative orders booked. Nice. The third column. 1 minute. The first column gives the date. The second column gives the cumulative number of orders that are booked. Acha, this is the first column. This is the second column. This is the third column. The third column represents the number of orders delivered on that day. The last column gives the cumulative number of orders that were lost up to and including that day. Okay. It is known that the number of orders that were booked on 11th, 12th, 13th of the last month that took 2 days to deliver were 4, 6, and 8 respectively. This is familiar setup, no? We have done such cumulative ordering things. Not this precise question, but I have done such questions earlier in which, so things that you have to take care of. First day. Now, given that if something happens on day N, my working I need to do up until day N+2, then I need to take care of 11th and 12th and 13th and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19. Wait, let me just draw the lines for me. Thinner here, wide here, and again thin there. Okay. Booked, delivered, and lost. Simply writing down the numbers currently: 19 to 49 to 77 302, 327, 332, 337. Given that these are cumulative numbers, can I say nth day orders? On 14th, how many orders were placed? How many orders were booked? Can we identify that? 249 minus 19, this is 30. Basically, last value minus previous value. So this gives me 28. This gives me 25. This gives me 25. This gives me 5. This gives me 5. This much I can identify. On the nth day, these many orders were placed. Okay. Delivered on 13th, 11 orders. Total orders delivered, n plus 1th day delivery and n plus 2th day delivery, because that data was also given to us. Right now, I'm simply writing down the totals. 11, 27, 23, 11, 21, 13, and 14. We were also given 11th, 12th, and 13th. 11th order that took 2 days to deliver will get delivered on this day. So it will be 4. This is 4. And this is 6. And this is 8. So at this time, can you see this? If 4 orders were of 11th, let's say 4 orders were of 11th, seven orders were otherwise. This is 7, this is 7, this is 6. Okay. Minus 6, so this is 21. This is 8, so this is 15. I don't have enough symbols left. Okay, we'll take all of this later. And then I have cumulative orders lost. 91, 92, 94, 106, 118, 120, and 129. Something that we can do simply, just like cumulative numbers for booked, we can do it for lost also. So 1, 2, 12, 12, 2, and 9. Okay. Now see this. If you order on day n, no orders can't be delivered on the second day. An order booked on a particular day may be delivered the next day or the day after. Order cannot be delivered on the same day. If you order it on day n, it will get delivered on n plus 1 or n plus 2, or will be sent to lost on n plus 2. So if there was one item that was lost on 14th, if there was one item that was lost on 14th, it is the same item jiska n plus 2th day delivery ho raha tha. That order was booked on the same day jiska delivery n plus 2th day ko ho raha tha. This one and this 6 and this 7 belong to the same date order, and that order will be 1 plus 7 plus 6. This will be 14. Can you see this, people? 14th को कुछ ऑर्डर बुक हुआ, 7 डिलीवर हुआ नेक्स्ट डे पे, 6 डिलीवर हुआ उसके नेक्स्ट डे पे, और उस डे के एंड पे एक लॉस्ट हो गया. So 7 plus 6 plus 1, 14 orders were booked on 12th. This much I can infer. Similarly, this star 2 plus 8 plus 21, 31 orders were booked here. Can I also infer this? On 13th, 31 orders were booked. 21 delivered the next day, 8 delivered the next day, 2 lost the next day. The symbols that I have created, are to link orders that were booked on a particular day. So say right now, 219 minus 31 is how much? 19.12. So this is 188. This should be 174. This much I can infer. Okay. In fact, such a beautiful thing now. Look at this. 14th, you had 30 orders booked. On 14th, you had 30 orders booked. 15th got 15 get delivered the next day. 15 get delivered the next day. 12 of them are lost. What happens to the remaining 3 items? They will be delivered on the n plus 2th day. So 3 items here. So 8 here. I need more symbols. So I'm going with letters now. A, and A. 28 has to be the total. So this has to be 8. This has to be 13. So B, and B. 2 plus 13 is 15. So this has to be 10. So this has to be 3. So C, and C. So this has to be 13. So this has to be 1. So D and D. Why I have done this marking is, because I have tackled such a similar question earlier. It usually boils down to something booked on 17th, how many were delivered 2 days later, how many delivered 5 days later, something like that happens. So just to link the numbers together, I have put in down symbols. I wasted a triangle for 11th when there was no appropriate data present for 11th. Does this representation make sense, people? Are we able to see which data corresponds to what date? All of that is understandable. This question, I think, is most about representation only. Let's get to individual questions. Among the following days, the largest fraction of orders booked on which day was lost? On 14th, orders booked were 30. How many of it were lost? 12. On 13th, how many orders were booked? 31. How many of them were lost? 2. 15th, orders booked were 28. Lost were 12. On 16th, orders booked were 25. Lost were 2. Out of these 4 fractions, clearly this is the largest fraction. 12 by 28, greater than 40%. Okay, next. On which of the following days what the number of order books booked the highest? 13th is 31. 15th is 28. 12th is 14. 14 is 27. Clearly, this is the largest number of orders booked. Okay. The delivery ratio for a given day is defined as the ratio of number of orders booked on that day, which are delivered on the next day, to the number of orders booked on that day, which are delivered on the second day after booking. On which of the following days was the delivery ratio the highest? Okay. 13th के order 31 यहाँ है, 21 यहाँ है, 8 यहाँ. So the ratio here is 21 by 8. For 16th, these. So 13 by 10. For 14, it is 15 by 3. And for 15th, it is 8 by 8. We wanted the highest ratio. Of course, it has to be option 3, 15 by 3. Option 3, 14th. Next one. The average time taken to deliver orders booked on a particular day is computed as follows. Let the number of orders delivered the next day be X and the number of orders delivered the day after be Y. Then the average time to deliver the order is X plus 2Y by X plus Y. Hopefully you can see this fraction can be simplified to 1 plus Y by X plus Y. X plus 2y, whole thing divided by X plus Y, is as good as 1 plus Y by X plus Y. Yes. If we want On which of the following days was the average time taken to deliver the orders booked the least? The least. Oh. Let the number of orders delivered the next day be X, the number of orders. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. No problem. So 14th, 8 by 29. 8 by 8 plus 21. So 8 by 29 as a fraction here. For 16, it is 10 by 23. For 15, it is 8 by 16. And for 13, what? I have done it incorrectly, no? 8 by 29 is for 13. For 14 is 30. So 3 by 18 and 8 by 29. I've simply calculated this fraction. I've not calculated anything else because 1 plus this, 1 plus this, 1 is common only. So least, I wanted the smallest fraction out of the lot. It has to be option 1, 14th. These will be the answers. 3, 1, 3, 1. Yes. This trend is entirely dependent on how you record data. If you record it well, then things will flow. If you record it inappropriately or try to get to some random number, अभी बस इस question के लिए निकाल लेता, बाद में देखेंगे फिर तो I'm pretty confident this will trip you up. But this is not a simple set. This is not a simple set. This is not a simple set. This is a simple set. This is a simple set. This is not a simple set. Let us look at this last one. Okay. A farmer had a rectangular land containing 205 trees. He distributed the land among his 4 daughters, Abha, Beena, Chitra, and Deepti, by dividing the land into 12 plots along 3 rows, X, Y, and Z, and 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, as shown in the figure below. Cool. The plots in rows X, Y, and Z contain mango, teak, and pine trees. This is mango, this is teak, and this is pine. Each plot had trees in non-zero multiples of 3 or 4, and none of the plots had the same number of trees. Okay. None of the plots have the same number of trees. You have to take care of that. Each daughter got an even number of plots. Okay. Daughters, Abha, Beena, Chitra, and who is Deepti. When it comes to plots, they are all even. And if they are all even, there can be only 2 cases. 6, 2, 2, 2, or 4, 4, 2, 2. Who gets whatever number of plots, that I don't know. But these are the only 2 cumulative distributions possible. Either 6, 2, 2, 2, 2 or 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. Yes. There are 12 plots in total. Once you give 2, 2, 2, and now you have to give them out. There is 1 plot of 2 left. There is 2 plots given, 2 plots given, 2 plots given, 2 plots given. There are 4 plots left. Now either one person gets both the plots, or 2 people get one grouping each. So you will have only these 2 distributions possible for even. Okay. This is known. Each daughter got an even number of plots. In the figure, the number mentioned in the top left corner of the plot is the number of trees in that plot. 12. We know the total number of trees is 205. The total number of trees in that plot. While the letter in the bottom right corner is the first letter, the name of the daughter who got that plot. So Chitra got this, Abha got this, Beena got this, Chitra got this, Abha got this. We don't know who got these rest. Okay. For example, Abha got plot in row Y, column 1 containing 21 trees. Okay. Some information in the figure got erased, but the following is known. So convenient, no? Some information got erased. Sure, no? Abha got 20 trees more than Chitra, but 6 trees less than Dipti. Okay, when it comes to trees, Abha got 20 trees more than Chitra. Let Chitra have X trees. Abha will have X plus 20 trees. But 6 trees less than Dipti. So Dipti will have X plus 26 trees. Okay. The largest number of trees in a plot was 32 and it was not with Abha. Okay. So 32 and Abha. There is a 32, but it is not with Abha. The number of teak trees in column 3 was double that of column 2, but half that of in column 4. Number of teak trees in column 3 was double that of column 2, but half that of column 4. Okay. So this is X, this is 2X, this is 4X. Okay. Both Abha and Beena got a higher number of plots than Deepti. And yes, one wonderful thing we have got. This case is not happening. Only this case is possible. If both Abha and Beena got a higher number of plots than Deepti, it has to be 4 plots, 4 plots, 2 plots, and 2 plots. This is identified. Nice. Only Beena, Chitra, and Deepti got corner plots. A will not get corner plots, Bichara. So A will have to, the 2 positions of A will be somewhere here. Okay. Deepti got 2 adjoining plots in the same row. Okay. Deepti can be here, Deepti can be here, Deepti can be here, Deepti can be here. Lots of places for Deepti to go. Can't do jack about this right now. Beena was the only one who got a plot in each row and each column. Hi, Beena. Beena has got a plot in each row and each column. So Beena is playing Sudoku with the plots. Can't do that. Can't use it right now. Chitra and Deepti did not get plots which were adjacent to each other, either in row, column, or diagonal. Okay, this helps. Chitra and Deepti did not get plots which were adjacent to each other, either in row, column, or diagonal. Deepti got 2 adjoining plots in the same row. If Deepti got 2 adjoining plots in the same row, can they be in row Z? Can they be in row Z? D and D, can it come here? No, because Chitra is next to. Can it be in row Y? Can it be in row Y? No. Next to C, diagonally next to C. Can it be in column 2 and column 3 of row X? No. The only place where Deepti can go now is here and here. Deepti is settled. Okay. Now that Deepti is settled, remember this line for Beena who was playing Sudoku? Beena had to be present in every row and every column, no? Beena had to be present in every row and every column. Look at the first row. Beena has to be there. This is definitely Beena. And look at the 4th column. Beena has to be here. This is also identified. Okay. Now, Beena has one more spot left. Beena has one more spot left. She has to come in column 3 and in row Y. Beena will necessarily be here. Beena will necessarily be here. Okay. Now, A was supposed to have 4 plots. So A is here and A is here. We have the positioning of all the 4 daughters in whatever plots they are going right now. Yes. Positioning of all 4 daughters is done. We are happy. Okay. This is taken care of. This is taken care of. This is taken care of. Nice. 5, 6, 7. and 8 in combination become very easy. The number of mango trees was double the number of teak trees. Teak trees are 21 plus 7x. The mango trees are 42 plus 14x. Okay. Okay. Data is khatam. Data got over. And so, dekhte kuch. How many mango trees were there in total? 42 plus 14x, 7 ka multiple. Everything is 7 ka multiple, but 49 I can rule out. It is supposed to be an even number. 14 ka multiple. Answer has to be a 14 ka multiple. These three still remain. Which of the following is the correct sequence of trees received by Abha, Beena, Chitra, and Deepti in that order? Okay. Look at this. Abha, how many trees has she got? Abha, how many trees has she got? X, 4x, 9, and 21. So 30 plus 5x. Can I say Abha will necessarily have total number of trees, which is a multiple of 5? So this option is gone. This option is gone. Yes. Follow up. Follow up. If Abha is getting 30 plus 5x, according to option 1, x would be equal to 4. According to option 4, x would be equal to 6. Is this fine? X will be equal to 4, x will be equal to 6. Right now, I'm just checking this. B has how many trees for certain? 28 plus 2x. 28 plus 2x. According to option 4, how many trees B already has? 40. 28 plus 12, 40 trees it already has. 28 plus 12, 40 trees it already has. But the option says B has only 39 trees. Can I say option 4 is also incorrect? Can I say option 4 is definitely incorrect? Which enables me to reach what conclusion? Which enables me to reach what conclusion? X is definitely 4. This is 4. This is 8. This is 16. Oh, I have taken two variables as X. I will change it. This will be Y plus 20. This is Y. This is Y plus 26. Okay. So A I have found out completely. Cool. So now A has how many? A has 50, no? A has 50, B has 69, C has 30, D has 56. If C has 30, 12 was already here, so 18 here. This is also done. Okay. Total number of trees 56. These two are 56. So 56 plus 12, this is 68. This is 98. So this will be 30. So 28 plus 8, 36. 36 plus 30, 66. So this will be 3. This is also identified. Now I know there is a 32 which is not with Abha. So 32 is either here, and because the total for Deepti has to be 56, 24 here, 24 here, or 32 here. That's it. D के पास टोटल 56 रहना है ऋतिक. इस रो का टोटल 42 plus 14x है. 42 प्लस 14x है, x की वैल्यू 4 आ गई थी, तो इस रो का टोटल 98 रहना था, इस रो का टोटल 98 रहना था। D के पास 56 है, C के पास 12 है, तो these three cells together add up to 68। तो फिर कॉलम 2 के अंदर क्या नंबर आएगा? डी के नंबर कैसे आए? ए का नंबर 50 आ गया, यहां से ए का नंबर 50 आ गया। अगर 50 आ गया, इसके पास अगर y प्लस 20 ट्रीज थे, तो इसके पास y प्लस 26 ट्रीज नहीं थे, इससे 6 ज्यादा ट्रीज थे ना। सबसे पहली लाइन थी कहीं, Abha got 20 trees more than Chitra, but 6 trees less than Deepti. Now I have all numbers, I can answer stuff. So this is 98. 7 into 4, this is 49, of course. Get out of my way. My marker is not working again. Please stand by, we are facing technical difficulties. Let me use another pen. Okay, this works. 49, so 98, 49 is 147. 147, so this should be 58. Okay, this is 58. How many mango trees were there in total? 98. Which of the following is done? Option 1. How many pine trees did Chitra receive? Chitra received 18 pine trees. Who got the plot with the smallest number of trees? And how many trees did that plot have? Beena got it, 3 trees. Which of the following statements is not true? Deepti got 56 mangoes. No, this is true. Beena got 32 pine trees. No, Beena got 31 pine trees. This is not true, and therefore is the answer. Which column had the highest number of trees? Now column 3 can have 41 or 49 total number of trees. Column 4 can have 68 or 76 number of trees. Regardless of which case we take, column 4 will always be larger. So which column has the highest number of trees? Option 3, 4. Yes. Okay. That will be all for all the 5 sets. Closing this now. Okay, bye.